What if the most terrifying predators that ever walked this earth never actually disappeared? What if they simply transformed into something you see every single day, completely unaware of what you're actually looking at? For most of the 20th century, dinosaurs were depicted as slow, cold-blooded, and reptilian. This model suggested they were lumbering giants of limited intelligence, whose extinction was the inevitable result of their own biological limitations. Starting in the 1960s, analysis of bone microstructure and isotopes revealed a different reality. Dinosaurs occupied a metabolic spectrum leaning heavily toward warm-bloodedness, growing at rates comparable to modern mammals and capable of sustained, high-energy movement. Fossil evidence from the last 3 decades proves that many species were covered in feathers. Under modern taxonomy, birds are classified as dinosaurs, a direct, unbroken lineage that continues to think, communicate, and reproduce in the world today. Understanding what actually survived the asteroid requires setting aside the image of the lumbering monster and looking at the specific biological reality of the Cretaceous period. The late Cretaceous supported a level of ecological complexity and specialized biological engineering that exceeds the mechanical limits of today's land animals. The Tyrannosaurus rex functioned as a precision mechanical system. Biomechanical analysis reveals its skull was a kinetic structure featuring flexible joints. These joints allowed the skull to flex during a bite, distributing 8,000 pounds of force, preventing catastrophic stress fractures. Sauropods achieved weights of up to 80 tons by utilizing internal engineering. Their massive vertebrae were honeycombed with air pockets, a structural solution that reduced weight without sacrificing strength, predating modern aerospace design by millions of years. Species like Spinosaurus pushed specialization even further, with dense bones for buoyancy and a body plan reorganized for hunting in river systems, much like modern crocodilians. These giants were precision engineered for their specific world. But that level of specialization raises a question. What happens to those biological engines when their world vanishes in a single afternoon? 66 million years ago, a rock 10 kilometers wide struck the Yucatan Peninsula. The impact instantly vaporized everything within 1,000 kilometers and sent a supersonic shockwave carrying across the continents. The primary trigger for extinction was the sustained impact winter that followed. Debris blocked the sun for years, collapsing global photosynthesis and causing the food chain to disintegrate from the bottom up. Massive size and extreme caloric needs, once the hallmarks of dominance, became death sentences. Multi-ton herbivores and apex predators cannot sustain themselves when the massive resources they require are no longer produced. While the giants starved, the avian dinosaurs possessed a biological toolkit that happened to be compatible with a devastated environment. This chart compares the daily caloric requirements of a multi-ton theropod versus a small avian dinosaur. Their small bodies and metabolic flexibility allowed these survivors to subsist on buried seeds and insects when the rest of the ecosystem had collapsed. Survival is not awarded to the strongest or the most specialized. It is awarded to whoever happens to fit the specific conditions of the moment, no matter how catastrophic those conditions are. In the wake of the extinction, those few surviving lineages underwent a massive adaptive radiation. They filled the ecological voids left by the giants, diversifying into the 10,000 bird species alive today. They are now the most species-rich group of terrestrial vertebrates on Earth today, outnumbering mammal species nearly 2 to 1. This lineage retained the high-level intelligence of its ancestors. When a crow solves a complex puzzle, it demonstrates problem-solving abilities rivaling those of great apes. Dinosaurs remain the fastest apex predators on the planet. The peregrine falcon's dive exceeds 300 kilometers per hour, continuing the predatory specialization of theropods. Engineering extremes also continue. The albatross navigates across thousands of kilometers of open ocean using a system of magnetic, visual, and olfactory cues. From the tropics to the frozen interior of Antarctica, this single surviving lineage has successfully occupied every corner of the globe. They are so common in our daily lives that we have lost sight of their continuous 230 million year genetic legacy. Every extinction in the fossil record is also a beginning. The dinosaurs did not simply disappear. They became the world we live in. To look a dinosaur in the eye, you just need to look up.